Let's do a little love reading. What is the person in your mind thinking about you at this time? Okay, we have the Prince of Cups, desires and wishes with this man. I don't even know if I could show this card because there's a lot of body parts on this card. The Prince of Cups is very he's frisky, I want to say. He has a lot of sensuality on his mind. There's someone here that has you on their mind that is thinking of you in a very intimate way, a physically intimate way. Let's clarify that. What else? What is he thinking of you besides your body? He's daydreaming of your body. There could be Leo energy here. There's a lot of daydreaming happening. This person is looking out the window. They find you very strong, even though you're feminine. They find you to be something different than they're used to. You have the Ace of Cups popping out. This is a new type of relationship. But there's people around that might have some sort of interest in this person's life. They have a lot of desires for you. They are definitely attracted to you physically. There's an Ace of Cups here, which is the beginning of love. It's the beginning of a relationship. The Two of Wands is also about a beginning. You know, there might be some travel involved here, but they're daydreaming about this. We have the Hierophant. They're wondering what it would be like to be in an actual relationship with you. Obviously, the attraction is there. There's no doubt about that particular. But now they're wondering, is there anything more than just attraction? We have the Ace of Cups in the front and center. So they are definitely in this thought process with you. They're definitely daydreaming a lot. There's a lot of dreaming, daydreaming a lot. This man closes his eyes and wonders what it would be like if you were fully together. We have the Prince of Cups and the Page of Cups coming out. So this person almost feels like it could be too good to be true. Sometimes when you daydream, it could be too good to be true. Again, with the daydreaming and the thinking a lot, this person is definitely trying to wonder. They wonder a lot about what it would be like to be committed with you. Is it worth it, or is it just attraction? They want to try, but I don't see any actual action cards coming out. It's more like just wondering, wishing, daydreaming. The King of Swords, okay, is coming out. There's a lot of mental activity with this person. Are they willing to give up their other situations here? There's Seven of Wands, which is all about competition, standing your ground. This person might have a lot of options. Is it worth putting his heart on the line? The Justice card coming out. So there's a lot of like pros and cons happening in his head. Right? Sometimes when you're unsure, you just go through all the good things and bad things that could happen, even though they might not exist fully. He's thinking about, okay, well, if I do share my heart with this person, will she break it? Will she entertain other people? Will she cheat on me? Will she actually, take care of my heart? They're wondering all about this at this time. It's a lot of mental thoughts and activities, but no action cards coming out here. There's no action. They think about you a lot. It's like you're running free in their mind. What is it? You live rent free in their mind kind of vibe, where they're just like thinking about the situation a ton. Let's find out more about this Ace of Cups. Four of Pentacles. They're keeping it to themselves. They're not sharing this information with you. Right? They're not sharing all the thoughts that they're going through. They don't want to give up their cards too easily. The Devil. They are definitely obsessed. The Devil. Right? So they're obsessing about this in their mind, but they're not sharing it with their words. So highly, highly thinking of you at this time. They're in their mind a lot. They're daydreaming a lot. They're trying to figure it out in their head without speaking, without doing. They're looking out the window and wondering, and they're keeping it to themselves. They're keeping it close to their chest. They don't want to tell you how much they obsess about this. Two of Pentacles. It's all about decision making. Do I do this? Do I do that? They're very unsure about expressing themselves to you. And the Six of Swords, because they don't want to feel like they have to walk away, or that it was the wrong choice to share this. They might be coming out of something really bad where they feel like desolate, like they just left a situation, and they might not be fully ready to actually be in a relationship. Someone who is still heartbroken from their past, even if they're a really good person, even if they have good intentions, even if they're the person for you, if they don't have the strength to actually heal themselves fully from their past heartbreak, no matter how much they think about you, no matter how much they're obsessed with you, no matter how much they daydream about you, how much they're attracted to you, how much they want a new start with you, if they're not fully gone from their past, like they're still in transit, right? This person left something in the past, Six of Swords, and they're still in transit on the way out. They haven't fully gotten to their next destination, right? Even though they might see you often in the distance and be like, wow, that is something that I would like to go towards. They're not fully there yet. That's why they're keeping it to their chest. They're unsure because they're not fully healed. Queen of Cups. They see you as a very loving individual. That's what they like about you, right? It's not like they're unsure about who you are or what you would give. They're unsure about their own heart. They're still healing from the past. They're still on their way out of the past. So they might have a lot of, what is it called? Limerence, I believe, where they're obsessing about you, but they're not doing anything. It's like a lot of obsession behind the scenes, a lot of mental obsession, right? They're in their head a lot. And that's okay, because you got to do your own work in order to get to a place where you could fully step into your future. This person's not ready to fully step into their future. Four of Cups. They're still in this energy. We've got a lot of fours here. So the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, they feel there's a lot of lingering past residue that they need to get rid of before they actually can start new, especially with the Queen of Cups, who's very in tune with her emotions, very in tune with love. She's ready to love. It could be a water sign, or it could just be someone that is really loving, right? This person knows that you're loving. This person knows that they could see something really good with you, but they're not fully ready themselves. They have to get rid of all this lingering energy. You know, they're almost in a state of indifference in love. They might want something new, right? They might want a new start, a new fresh start, but they're not fully ready there in their heart. Something in their heart is not ready. So they are obsessing about it, but at the same time, they're not ready to go forward. They're still in their head a lot. And there's a lot of holding back. There's a lot of feeling bored with their lives because they're stuck in this in-between phase. They're stuck in the phase of, well, I want to go forward, but I'm not fully there yet. They're still en route, right? They're stuck in the ocean of their heart and their emotions. Even though they left whatever situation they did with whatever they had, they're not fully on the other side of it yet. So why would you start something with the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and not be fully ready? It's just not going to turn out well for either of you, right? So they do have you on your mind a lot, like a lot. They are very attracted to you. They regard you as the Queen of Cups. And maybe that's why they're holding back, is because they know that they're not fully ready to give you what a real relationship needs. The Nine of Wands, they feel tired. Right, the Nine of Wands and the Six of Swords, they're still en route. They're still healing. They're still going through a lot of past regrets, traumas, situations. So they feel like they shouldn't move forward. There's a lot. They don't have enough energy. That's what it is. There's lethargy here. They're very tired, right? They don't have a lot of energy to give. And that could be another reason why they're holding back, is because they just don't have the energy to give, that even if they want to, they're not there yet. You know, the Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior card. They've gone through a lot, and they're almost using their energy like reserve energy. So they're at a state where they just don't have enough energy to make a new start yet. No matter how much they obsess about it, no matter how much they are attracted to you, how much they regard you highly, how much they want something new to happen and balance out their own life. There's a lot of mental anguish that they're still dealing with. The Fool. They definitely just started over. They just left something. This is fresh. It's still fresh for them. The Page of Wands. Like, they're trying to make actions to go forward and just, you know, continue on, but there's not enough energy for themselves to actually go fully in it. They're still fighting with themselves. They might be fighting with their past. They might be fighting with an ex. That could also take a lot of energy. So again, they could be looking at you in high regards, but they don't have enough energy to fight with their past, heal from their past, fully get to the next destination, and then start a new relationship with someone that is fully emotionally in tune. That's why they feel this kind of regret, this lethargy. They're holding their cards to their chest. They're just daydreaming about this situation because they just don't have it in them to move forward yet. They're just not ready, basically. So let's pull something else. Dreams. Again, the dreams. This person is dreaming about you a lot. A lot. You might be the dream person that I've been looking for, but they're not actually ready for it yet. There's a connection here. They definitely feel a connection with you. But again, you can meet the right person at the wrong time. It's the wrong time. You can't force something to happen if you're just not ready to cross that bridge, right? They're not fully there yet. They're like in between bridges. Like they're walking onto a bridge, like into their future, but they're not there yet at all. They're not ready. You might have met them at a party or a night out. They might be someone that's actually socializing a lot with a lot of people. They think that like the more people they meet, the faster that they will heal themselves from their past, right? they have to fully open themselves up again to receive what the universe wants them to receive. And in order to do that, you have to heal and learn all the lessons from your past. And this person is definitely not ready to do that. They have to still nurture themselves. They're tired. They're tired, and they're using their reserves for energy to survive, to get over their past, their heartbreak, and fully move on. They're not there yet. So they have to almost nurture themselves first, right? You can't get into a relationship halfway. It's, and think that that's giving your all. They know that. So that's why you're just in their thoughts, and that's all, because they can't do anything else about it. They have a lot of healing to do. Communication. So they might tell you this, which is also a pretty mature way of handling the situation. They might feel like they have to tell you something because they are obsessing about this. They feel like they can't let you go, but they can't fully commit. And the best way to do that is to communicate, because at least a Queen of Cups could understand that. She could also understand where he's coming from, and also give him the space to fully heal and not judge him for something else. There's if things go unsaid between two people, when there's definitely an energy that's there for whatever reason, if two people don't talk about actually what's going on in their heads, in their minds, in their hearts, and what's really happening, the truth is really hard to say, but it also shows that you are you're coming from an integrity. You're coming from a place of emotional maturity, and even if it's not something that you want to hear or say aloud, you're still making it known to the other person, like, yes, I respect you, yes, I love you, yes, I dream about you, I've always thought about being with you, I kind of want to start something with you, but I'm just not ready. I'm not fully there. My heart still hurts. It's broken, and they're not fully ready. So even though they might be entertaining a lot of flippant relationships, they didn't want to go deep at all. It wasn't their intention. So now they meet someone like a Queen of Cups, and someone that is deeper than just a one-night stand. And even though they might enjoy your company, they might like you and respect you, they weren't ready to meet someone like that. And now they're stuck in a hard place because they're still crossing the bridge into their future. They're still on the boat to getting out of their past. They're not there yet. So now they feel stuck. What do? Reflecting pond. Celebrate the true beauty and light that lies within you and others. This person is looking themselves there's a lot of thinking, but it's introspection, looking into themselves and thinking, like, what do I really need? What do I want? Am I ready for this? I don't think that they're ready. And as much as that is a truth that they don't want to accept, it is the truth for them at this time. They have to start learning to look in the mirror and seeing that they're so much more important than they think they are. When you look in the mirror like this hummingbird is, it sees itself with a crown on its head, right? You have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I deserve love and beauty, right? And when you start emanating that light outward again, when you start to really call in all the self-respect, and you let go of judgment of yourself, stop being so hard on yourself, you start becoming lighter on your feet, you get more energy again, you're not so downtrodden in life. Once this person heals themselves and really starts to feel bouncier and lighter and really reflects on all the things and gets over it, at least to a point where they can move on fully, that's the time that this person could start something with you. But at this time, this is definitely not something that's going to happen right away. This person is going through too many things within themselves to fully commit to someone else or even start an actual relationship. This is why this person is only dealing with one-night stands, because that's all they can handle at this point. So you can love this person, you could be friends with them, you can actually care about them, you can still be friends. I suggest just being friends with this person. You can care about them, you can try to help them, you could, give them a helping hand, a hug when they need it, because we all need that. You can help them understand who they are, how good of a person they are. But to get involved with someone at this time that is in this state of being in between stages in their lives, it's not good for you, right? To get involved with that, because you're going to feel left out. You're going to feel like there's something else always more important than you or the relationship. So until that time comes, you can just sit back and maybe go about your life, maybe date other people if you want. You could still be friends with this person and care about them, truly care about them. You can still communicate with them, and not have this sense of hatred towards them. But just know that this person is too distracted still with healing. They're tired and they don't have enough energy to give to a new relationship yet. As much as they might want it, as much as they might think about it and daydream about it, as much as they're attracted to you in multiple ways, as much as they might want it to happen, it's not the time yet to go down that road with this person. The best thing to do is communicate, and just communicate your feelings, communicate what's going on, and give them support if you feel like it. If not, you could just step back carefully and kindly and just see what happens in the future.